Hey GLR family, this is Nicole with The Good Life Refuge. I'm the Executive Director and Founder. Here with Miss Petunia. I wanted to give you another update on her. As you might recall, we had her up at Countryside Large Animal Hospital in Greeley last week to figure out why she was spiking a fever and kind of listless, lethargic, as well as not eating with much appetite, which is very uncommon to her. There it was determined that she probably has some issues with a tooth, and it was recommended to go up to CSU, which we had an appointment scheduled for Tuesday this week. Unfortunately, CSU had to cancel because their new livestock hospital had construction issues, and I think it flooded to some extent. We are not sure when we can get her in yet, but it won't be before beginning of March. Still waiting for them to call me back with a new appointment. She's doing okay so far. She's been improving, so I'm really happy that the antibiotics have been helping with that, and we're just keeping a close eye on her to make sure that we're not running into complications while we're waiting. Another update on Miss Estrella, who had rumenotomy done, meaning her rumen was kind of cut open, and they found some string and plastic there a little while ago. So she's been healing well. We had a few hiccups with her respiratory issues. She gets very raspy when somewhat the bloat kind of pushes on her respiratory system. But the antibiotic treatment for her has worked as well. And right now she's doing pretty good, so keep your fingers crossed that this is continuing. We can't get her in with CSU again to do a re-eval and follow up for her surgery as they're still closed. Same thing for her as for Petunia. But we will do that when they reopen. So far she's looking pretty good, and we're hoping that we can switch her back to normal hay and then reintegrate her back with the herd. But for that we have to see that the bloating is kind of staying stable. Lastly, update on our Pearl. If you remember, she's the goat that came in after her owner passed away, who had quite some severe skin cancer around her anus and between her anus and vagina. So right now it's really holding nicely. I saw 2 spots on her bottom that are tiny. They're still too small to do cryotherapy on it, but once they're getting a little bigger, we're gonna cryotherapy them off, and hopefully with that we can keep her stabilized. But it's looking really good. I'm very happy about the process there. And lastly, ticket sale is open for our gala event April 26th. It's a barnyard soiree. There will be fun entertainment by Anthem and Aria, who have been on America Got Talent. We'll have a 3-course plant-based dinner, which will be very nice. VIP hour, there will be a bar, some music, and all for these lovely souls here to give them a good home, help educating and getting some of our programs funded. So if you haven't gotten your tickets yet, go ahead. The space is limited. We are also looking for more businesses and individuals who would like to run a sponsorship through this event. So please come on out. It will be a beautiful evening of philanthropy, and we're looking forward to see you all there. With that, have a wonderful weekend. It seems like we're having a nice few days ahead of us before we're going to dip again on Tuesday and Wednesday. With that, have a good weekend, and I'll see you next week.